Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Shall we check on the woke and dumb? Hello and welcome to another video. Today it's all about the lobotomies. Sorry, I meant wokies. Like the video before I get cancelled.
If you're on the desert and you have to pick between a 6'2" trans girl or this muffin, which do you pick?
Where is the shame gone?
Hey neighbor, it's me. I'm here and I'm genderqueer. I love you unconditionally. It's Trans Day of Visibility and I'm so proud of you. I am, and you're gorgeous. That's right. That's my life. And I want your crown. Tom Petty has it right. Won't back down. Hey, baby. And the lazy lambs. Hey, baby. Stand my ground.
I kid you not, I was shaking with discomfort at this one.
What's a practical solution for peace today?
One and only solution is to end Israel.
So you would not be okay with a two-state solution?
Of course not. After all this sacrifice and violence. No, of course not. It's our homeland. This is our home.
Yeah, they are kind and helpless.
I got into grad school. I will not be attending starting this fall though, and I will no longer be attending the university that I originally applied for. I applied for one school. I kind of had my heart set on it. That's what I wanted to do. I'm not going to name the institution, but given recent events, I am not going to give my money, go into debt for support institutions that don't support their students and their right to protest and, speak out for their communities. That's just not where I'm at. Students deserve to be protected. I'm not worried about if I were to be protected or not at said institution. I'm, privileged white woman. But I'm not going to put myself in a position, where I'm giving money or supporting institutions that don't support their students. I know that has nothing to do with the students that currently go there, a lot of the faculty. But, the people at the top are making those decisions, and I decided that I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do a little bit more research going forward, making sure I'm applying to schools that align with my values, and then maybe start in a year, which is okay. I'm not really in a rush. So yeah, just figured I'd update you all on that.
So that's Tim Walz' daughter protesting an UnWoke grad school by rejecting the admission. What a blow on academia.
A trans person was kicked out of a spa and is now protesting.
Any different than the other individuals.
Dakota Rose Austin says the controversy at the spa seems to be just another example of what she says is an increase in anti-trans policies across the country.
As Latinos, as trans, as queer, as African American, the fear has turned now. If you've weaponized DEI and affirmative action and all these other things that were in benefit of everyone in America, and you've weaponized them against us, now I'm in
fear. Brother, you're a registered sex offender trying to get to a women's only nude spa.
This person is a registered sex offender. Dakota Austin, a convicted rapist, was portrayed by the media as a victim of discrimination in that street interview you just saw.
It seems pretty straightforward to me. And then here was the explanation the spa gave as to why the man couldn't go in the nude women's spa area.
Have the female part, you go to the female part. If you have the male part, you go to the male part.
I'm not sure what you're meaning by
as in like physical parts, as in like your genitals.
Well, what about women who have penises and men who have vaginas?
You go to that side.
Segregate them.
We still go based on genital parts.
So you would put a man in the women's room?
So they have the parts, yes.
That's not a man, though, necessarily.
We just go based off genitals. So you're assigned with the male has the genital part.
If you put a man in the women's room, you're going to have huge problems.
You're going to put a man in the women's room, you're going to have huge problems. Yes, that's what we're telling you.
That's very true and very straightforward.
So you want to go into a women's nude spa with a dingle. Good for the employee, though. That's a girl's girl.
It makes me sad to see him here just because I feel like there are a lot of vulnerable minds here who are just trying to learn, and I think it's important to spread ideas equally.
You don't think he's spreading it equally?
He is spreading it equally. I think that with what he believes, you know, the things he says about women not working, staying in the house, like I think that's a dangerous idea to come and promote. I think it's every woman's right to choose to do that.
Has he ever said that we should take that right away from women?
No, but I think that, you know what, honestly, I have never heard him say that. That's what I'll say.
Have you seen any evidence of people running around trying to, I guess, put you back in the kitchen?
Not large scale. I have seen, you know, I think, you know, if somebody believes I'm going to make women do that and they hear him say that, and granted, that's not what he's saying, but I think that this particular organization fosters an environment for that to happen.
How is she in college? Never mind, I forgot that degrees do not equal intelligence.
No, cause why the actual f am I supposed to care whether or not women are playing sports? Why do I care what kind of women are playing sports? Whether or not they're women who are trans, whether or not they're women who are transitioning, whether or not they're women who are intersex, whether or not they're women who are young, old. How many f do I give? Oh, the woman who happened to have made it through him by crawling through the muck to become her feminine self. She won? She won the sport thing? How dare I should be upset because she started at a different place. No, I shouldn't let her cross the finish line as a woman. God forbid she be herself when she wins. Why should I care? Who plays in women's sports? You don't watch women's sports. You don't watch women's sports. Why do you care who plays them? Get out of our locker rooms. Get the out of women's health. Get out of our lives. Every single woman is a woman. All women are women. Regardless of genitalia. Gender is a construct.
I think she forgot to take her meds that morning.
What was the inspiration behind the look today?
Straight. I wanted to look straight.
Don't know if you quite succeeded with that.
Why? You know what's funny is I was having this moment where I was like, oh, I look like a little dude. And what's cool about that is that I am wearing rainbow sparkles, predominantly pink, and I would be, you know, people might look at me and be like, that's a dude. You know what? And I love that a dude in today's day is a person wearing rainbow and sparkles and pink. I'm sold. Look at me. To you, I am a dude, and I'm sold.
No one thinks you look like a dude, little girl. Go sit down.
Say Free Palestine by the Palestinian poet Sarah Saleh. Don't you say happy birthday, say Free Palestine.
Hi, little Susie, it's so exciting. You just turned 6 years old. Yeah. Free Palestine. No, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay.
Don't say rush hour, say Free Palestine.
If we don't leave now, the traffic's gonna get crazy. You never want to leave during Free Palestine.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, during Free Palestine, it gets crazy.
You mean rush hour, you freaking idiot?
Say sorry, then say Free Palestine.
So, you know how your dog died last week for unknown reasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might have accidentally ran her over with my car and killed her.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But Free Palestine.
What?
Chill. Free Palestine.
Are you seeing someone? Say Free Palestine.
Hey Rosie, I heard you went out with Mark last week. Are you still freeing Palestine with him?
Excuse me?
No. I mean, like, are you still, you know?
What are you having a stroke?
Freeing Palestine with him.
What are you saying?
I don't know what I'm saying, okay? I'm listening to this stupid lady on the internet, and now all my conversations are so confusing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Free Palestine.
Oh,
That's part of the rules. I have to say it. There's like nothing to look forward to anymore. My birthday's actually coming up. Thank you. Free Palestine.
That poet deserves jail time. Free Palestine, I guess.
Okay, there you go. Show him your sign.
Alright, let's see. Fuck off Nazis. Alright, would you like to elaborate?
I mean, I think he summed it up really. Nazis is.
Okay.
Anti-Tommy Robinson, anti-division, pro-Palestine. So why are you here, Roshi? What do you feel about Tommy Robinson?
Thoughts on Tommy Robinson?
I want to eat him. He is a big bucket. La la la.
I have to say I do have sympathy for people that feel really disenfranchised, and it's hard for everyone at the moment. Yeah. But it's the answer is not to be sucked in by this bullshit and divisionist crap. Sure. Yeah, and I have quite a personal viewpoint on this, having family members who are on the other side. Sure. I think so. There's so much division, even, and I guess I'm one of the kind of upper middle class, so you could say it's easy to hold these beliefs.
Do you think it is? Their argument would be we're the working class. We live in these communities where we see the problems. You guys say we're racist when we point them out. Yeah. What do you think?
I think there is some truth in that we're in a society.
This has to be child abuse. Why is he swearing? Why is he there?
Is there any point that an abortion should not be legal?
No, I think there's absolutely no term limits. This whole ripping babies out of women is just such bull. It should be a federal right for women to have an abortion, especially in third term.
Especially in the third term, so it's not even about clips of cells and heartbeats anymore? We just want the right to murder babies.
It's kind of pointless, I can't lie. What is someone's pronouns affecting you? No one's forcing you to use them.
This bill does nothing to improve lives for Floridians in any way. It merely opens an opportunity for a small percentage of our population to be targeted, to be kept from job opportunities, to be kept from dignity.
With the sex application checkbox, let me tell you, as an intersex person, that an intersex option would have to be added because there is more than just female and male.
This bill continues your goal as stated last year by Madam Chair to eradicate the trans community. My name is Mandy. My pronouns are they, them.
This is setting up people to be killed, which is honestly the entire point, because what doesn't matter how we die, be it murder, suicide, or starvation.
I don't mind calling Mandy they and them, actually. She looks like she's at least 3 people.
It's even more than just raising the prices. He's cutting ties with our allies, our neighbors, north and south. We're punishing Canada for no reason. We're punishing Mexico. Do you think the Mexican cartels can be happy about that? Do you think they're happy that he wants to change the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America? Like, that is straight just plain racism in my mind. That is just racism right there. Through and through. You can't attribute to the Mexican society being a part of us as humans. Like, that's basically what I'm getting from that. But it's okay. It's okay because we have Putin. We have good old Putin. The same Putin that kept a girl locked up for months because she came there as a transgender American to play a sport. But we have Putin on our side, guys. We're okay. We're okay. They might bomb us still, but we're okay. What the f?
Canada has placed tariffs on their products since forever. You want the entire country of America to become the Mexican cartel's lapdogs? Also, wasn't that trans athlete caught with drugs at the airport?
Hello, everyone! My name is Mark, and my pronouns are he, they. I am an autistic punk. And I'm here to speak on behalf of all punks when we say we will not appreciate or tolerate bigotry in Nottingham! We will not tolerate fascism! We will not tolerate homophobia! And most certainly we will not tolerate Posey Parker! And I say on behalf of you all, I love you all so much!
This started with participation trophies. Prove me wrong.
I think that I would like validation for my gender identity. There are some pictures of me. My pronouns are it and they. My gender is none. I enjoy dressing in a more feminine, I guess, way. But I don't want to be associated with gender. I enjoy looking like a clown. I kind of view myself as a doll. I don't abide by gender. I'm built different.
Every day, there's a new streak of insanity on America's internet. I'm exhausted.
Has anyone figured out how to talk to Trump supporters? Because I genuinely cannot figure out how to just have a conversation. Because, I mean, even if you just tell them read a newspaper, 9 times out of 10, they'll tell you no. I mean, what do you respond to that? If you don't even want to read the newspaper, then of course we can sit here and argue who's right and who's wrong. But we both know that one person actually has information and one doesn't, because you just admitted to me that you don't read the newspaper or the news or watch the news or whatever, get news from any source.
The View doesn't count as the news. Harry, Parker, and Dean do not count as sources. Hope this helps.
Hey, do you know what female rage is? Isn't that just when women get really angry? No, it's more like this. I will always choose the bear. I will always choose the wolves. No matter what they do, they wouldn't blame my clothes. I would rather choose to die. Let my body decompose. 'Cause even when you're ash, they will never let you go. I will always choose the bear. I will always choose the wolves. No matter what they do, they wouldn't blame my clothes. I would rather. Now you get it.
This is female rage, boys. Fear it. But seriously, how do you delete someone's post for them?
And Myron says to me when I get there, he's like, you're a nice guy. I said, yeah, it was really disrespectful.
Off camera?
Off camera. And I said, bro, why the f did you say that to me? I think he got really surprised that I talked back. I was like, I'm gonna let that go because you just don't understand.
I'm surprised you did the pod with him after he said that.
Yeah, I said to Myron, I was like, if you met her, I don't think you would say that. I think if you got to know her, you would understand that, she wants to change, she wants to be better. I had to go back to...
Definitely ramp up my only, produce more content. We'll see where it goes.
What does that mean?
Where it goes.
Is there gonna be boy-girl stuff?
No.
That's the question.
Yeah. Would you go back to that?
Oh my god. No.
I'm out if that happens. I'm out.
Okay.
Would you?
No, I don't know.
What do you mean?
What do you don't know? Is it no? I don't know.
You don't know?
No. No. No.
I'm sorry. You always said you would never go back.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
You don't think releasing an old tape is going back?
It was already, the person I filmed with it, they were already selling it and everything. You could find it on the internet.
Got it.
It's just that I had never pushed it out on mine. So
this is literally already out there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like this has never seen the face of the internet.
I don't know
this
all this.
person's.
I don't even like Myron, but boy was he right. Now your embarrassment has been doubled. That can't feel good.
Tomorrow, I'm heading to court to plead not guilty on felony and misdemeanor charges for rescuing 4 criminally abused chickens from Purdue's Petaluma Poultry Slaughterhouse. I go on trial this May, facing up to 5.5 years in prison. While I am pleading not guilty, I am also not denying what I did. Those 4 chickens. But I don't believe that it was a crime. I believe that it was an act of legal necessity.
You're overweight and stealing chickens. This is just laughable, really.
I welcome you 3 times. Firstly, to welcome your ancestors, or as I like to call them, our transcestors. I work in end-of-life spaces as a funeral celebrant, and I have facilitated far too many funerals for trans and gender-diverse children. And of all of those ceremonies that I have hosted, they have all been from shame. There is something wrong, very wrong, with this society if our children are killing themselves. So wherever you are on your journey as a trans person or as an ally, stay open, stay compassionate. Gender and pronouns do matter, and it's our humanity that is under fire. So protect it at all costs. The hundreds of Indigenous children incarcerated at this time, we are with you, and to the thousands of children that have died in Palestine.
The term end-of-life spaces made me cackle, honestly. I'm not shocked this happened in Melbourne.
We've been providing abortions for as long as we have. If
as long as 73. Remember, at one point, we were slaves.
Yes.
And then we was wrong, right?
You're positing that this decision to have slavery in our country is the same as deciding to allow abortion. I don't think those are,
yes.
You can equate those.
Do you think slave masters considered babies in a womb as future assets and property?
Probably.
And they treated it as much, right?
Yes.
That's why they got them pregnant. What if I told you the idea of the value of a baby lessening once they lost control over that. Because it went from, oh, I no longer have a worker versus, oh, now they're about to overpopulate us. And once they become overpopulated, then we lose white supremacy or power or control, whatever. That was the idea when it was introduced in the 30s by Margaret Sanger. And when she came up, she was a eugenicist. It's like, man, the black population is rapidly expanding. We need to do something about it.
Okay.
And one of those ways was abortion.
So what I believe about that, I believe that I think that give me a second.
You need more than a second. You need a year.
I spent the last 5 months preparing for a life abroad, collecting vital documents, original birth certificates, marriage certificates of family members for ancestry, for a dual citizenship, got a realtor, started the process of putting our house on the market, and after 5 months, my husband doesn't think he can do it and remain sane. The decline of his mental health in all of this. We've been together for 15 years. We've never had a screaming fight. We don't curse at each other. This is the biggest disconnect we've ever had. And for the first time, I don't feel safe. And he swears he can keep us safe, but he can't. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose him. I don't want my kids to lose their freedoms. I don't know what to do. We weren't supposed to be in this timeline.
You're actually drinking your tears. This is crazy.
I recently bought a plane ticket to visit my family in a few weeks, and lo and behold, my account got disabled, which is fine. That's normal. It's a big purchase. So I called up and I said, hey, my account got disabled. And they said, are you calling for yourself or on behalf of someone? I said, nope, I'm on behalf of myself. I'm Lily. I said, Lily, right? Yeah, Lily. Okay. And then they throw every security question of the book. They're asking my everything, my mom's maiden name, like everything. And then they put me on hold, and a hold for a minute or two is fine because it was just like 1 or 2 purchases. Like there's not that much to review, but it's like 10, 15 minutes. And it's like, they're not looking at these purchases. They must be like talking to someone. They have to be suspicious. I'm almost certain they're suspicious because of my voice. They come back and of course, they call me sir. Immediately I say, nope, I'm not a sir. I'm a transgender woman. And they say, oh, okay, I'm so sorry, sir. And it's like, okay, now I'm getting really upset because it's obvious what's happening. And then they say, oh, by the way, we're going to be placing a 3 business day hold on your account, which basically means I have no money. Rent is due in a few days, so don't know what I'm going to do about that. Really upsetting. And just because of my voice, I didn't realize that in order to be a customer at this bank as a transgender person, I had to voice train. They should probably put that on their marketing materials so other trans people know not to give that bank their business.
I don't think this man will ever be truly satisfied in his life. Honestly, grow up, bro.
When I was born, a doctor took out a ruler and measured something down there and was like, it's 1.4 centimeters, 14 millimeters, which means you're a boy. And they wrote down an M on my birth certificate. And had that thing been a little shorter, they would have been like, this person may have a mixture of chromosomes somewhere. And if it was a lot shorter, they would have been like, this person is a girl. And they would have written an F. But at the end of the day, I wasn't assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth. Like this comment says, I was a baby. I was assigned baby at birth. The most important things about me, the information given to my parents wasn't, this one's a boy, so you need to sign up for football. It was, hey, this baby needs to eat or else it will die. That was all the information they were given. They were told to keep this baby safe because it is a baby. I was not born a man. If I was born a man, I would have been like Benjamin, what's his name? Benjamin Button? I would have been like Benjamin Button. He was born an old man, but I was born this big. Ergo, why do you guys feel the need to call me a man? I was never born one.
It looks like your parents didn't do a good job raising said baby.
Hey guys, it's Kelsey. So, how you guys doing? Let me know. Today I'm wearing my dead baby dress. You know what kind of baby don't cry? A dead one. But anyways, the reason I'm making this post is because I've had a lot of people say, well, you're trans, you'll never receive a baby or have a baby or experience the beautiful joy. Well, I've been on hormones 10 years, and I've never wanted a baby. I don't like kids. And you know what? I don't have to like kids. I don't have to give birth to, prove that I'm a woman. It's none of your business. So, grow up.
10 years? 10. Wow. Well, that right there is a wrap. As always, thank you for watching. It's been fun. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you leave. See you in the next one.